What's up guys, Groovy Guitar Dude here with the beginner guitar tutorial for Butter by BTS. If this video helps you out, hit that like and subscribe button and let me know in the comments down below what are the songs by BTS that you want to learn on guitar. Guys, the first thing that you want to know to play Butter on guitar is that in order to get rid of some bar chords and keep this song as beginner friendly as possible, we're going to capo up to 1st fret. And if you don't have a capo, I'll have a link to get this capo for free right up here. The next thing that you want to know for Butter is the structure of this song. We're going to start with a verse, then go to pre-chorus, then chorus, then verse, pre-chorus, chorus again, then we'll have a bridge, and we're going to finish up the song with one last chorus. And the last thing that you want to know before we dive into Butter is the 4 chords that you need to play this song. The first one is G, the next one is C, the next one is E minor, and the last one is D. And I'll have short chord tutorial videos linked for each of those in the pinned comment below for those of you who need them. And with all that in mind, guys, let's dive into Butter. Oh, guys, I'm stoked to get back to some K-pop, stoked to get back to some BTS. It's been a while, and this song is such a jam, super fun to play, and also very beginner friendly. So with all that in mind, the first thing that we're going to take a look at for Butter is what we're playing for our verses. For our verses, we're actually just going to have a single chord repeated through all of our verses, and then a little bit of a funky strum pattern to go along with it that'll match up with that bass line that's being played in the song. So first things first, let's take a look at that chord. The chord we're going to be using through all of our verses on Butter is just going to be a G chord, repeated through all of the verses. Now, again, complicated part, or not so complicated, just a little bit funky, is using a strum pattern to match up with what's being played on the bass in that, because there's really not a lot of guitar in the verses of this song. It's mostly driven by that bass line. So what we're going to do is we're going to use that chord and a strum pattern to match up pretty well with what's being played on that bass in the actual song. So this strum pattern looks probably pretty intimidating, but I promise it's not as hard as it seems. We'll break it up into 3 simple pieces. So again, G chord, only thing being played throughout the verses. The first little section here we're going to look at is those 3 down strums. What we're going to do is we're going to hit those down strums one at a time with a little bit of space in between. So it'll look like this. We'll go down, down, down. Just about like that. Just spaced out just like that. Down, down, down. And what I'm doing there is I'm actually strumming that, and then I'm using the soft part of my hand here on my strumming hand to kind of rest that on there and palm mute that after I strum it. It kind of gives this more muted percussive feel and lends itself to that bass thing that we're trying to mimic. So we'll go down, 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 just about like that. And then we're into the next little section, the next third, which is going to be just a down, up, down, pretty quick, just about like that, a little quicker than I played it the first time. So far we've got down, 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 just about like that. And then the last part here is we're just going to have 3 quick down strums straight in a row. We're just going to go down, 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 just about like that. So that's the whole strum pattern. Looks a little bit complicated, but I promise when we put it together and you get the feel of it, and especially when you play it along with the song, it's not as complicated as it seems. So a little walkthrough of that whole strum pattern together. Again, just our G chord here. We don't have to change chords at all. We'll go down, 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 up, down, 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 down. One more time. Down, 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 up, down, 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 down. Just about like that. And what that's going to do is match up really well with that bass line that's being played throughout all of the verses on Butter. So guys, pretty straightforward here. Again, nothing changing over here at all, just staying on that G chord right there. And then we just have that strum pattern, which looks complicated, but isn't too terribly difficult. Just practice that along with the song and practice it along with me when we do a playthrough here in just a second. So with that in mind, guys, a couple of times through that verse chord progression, since it's only 1 chord, and that strum pattern that we're going to be using that as well to match up with that bass line will look about like this without me talking. From there, guys, the only other thing that you need to know to play Butter on guitar is the chord progression that we're going to be playing for our pre-choruses, choruses, and bridge. So most of the song, everything except for our verses, is going to be this chord progression that we're about to go over. So the chord progression we're going to be using for everything except for our verses in Butter is going to be this. We'll have C, C again, D, and E minor, repeated through all of our pre-choruses, choruses, and bridge. Now what we're going to be doing for our strum pattern here for each chord is about like this. We'll use our C chord as our example. For each chord, we're going to play down, 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 up. Just about like that. So walking through that with each chord in that progression will look about like this. Again, starting with C, we're gonna go down, 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 up. Again, down, 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 up. And that will repeat again through all of our pre-choruses, choruses, and our bridge. Pretty much just like that. The only thing I will add here is that if you want to add some personal flavor to this and maybe do some muting in the pre-chorus or the bridge, or maybe some chucking, or just some different things to spice it up a little bit, because it pretty much is the same chord progression throughout most of the song. So if you're at that level where you feel comfortable adding some chucking or muting or different kinds of techniques in there, or even maybe in the pre-choruses, I always kind of liken to just do like a single down strum for each chord. Kind of like that, just to kind of give it a little bit of a different flavor in between the pre-choruses and the bridge. Totally up to you. You can just play it flat out with that chord progression and strum pattern, but if you want to add a little bit of different personal touch to it, I would recommend doing that just so it's not quite so repetitive. But that's about it, guys. That chord progression and strum pattern plays throughout most of the song. Like I said, pretty much everything except for the verses. So one more quick little run through of that. We got our C chord. We've got down, 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 up. Just about like that, repeated through all the pre-choruses, choruses, and the bridge. So guys, a couple times through that chord progression that repeats through most of Butter will look about like this without me talking. And guys, that is everything that you need to know to play Butter on guitar. As always, if you have any questions, you can hit me up in the comments down below. I'm usually pretty quick getting back to those. And again, if this video helped you out, hit that subscribe button. I have about 850 other guitar and ukulele lessons on this channel. I usually try to post at least 3 to 5 new lessons every single week. So if you're learning guitar or ukulele, there cannot be a more perfect channel for you to check out. If you want to get a sneak peek of what songs I'm working on next, be sure to hit up my Instagram at @TheGroovyGuitarDude. Link for that will be in the description below. And lastly, guys, if you want to support the channel and get your name in the credits at the end of each new guitar tutorial, you can hit up my Patreon at patreon.com/TheGroovyGuitarDude. Link for that will be in the description below as well. Guys, I am so stoked to be getting back to some BTS finally. I feel like it's been a while. I don't know why. I guess maybe not that long, but it feels like it's been a while for some reason. But this is a great song for beginner guitarist. It's very, very jammy. So like I said in the pre-chorus, chorus, bridge portion of this lesson, it's really mostly just simple chord progressions and strum patterns, but what's cool is that you can add a lot of personal flavor to this. So if you want to add some muting in there, if you want to add some chucking, all kinds of different things, if you want to add some little hammer-ons to the chords you're playing with, they'll fit really well because this is just a very, very jammy song, and the instrumentals in this song are very jammy. There's really not a real solid quantifiable word for that other than jammy, even though that's probably not the proper terminology, but it's just a lot of fun, and it's a really creative song, and it's a really creative, funky kind of feel. And so it's a lot of fun. I've definitely been experimenting with a lot of that, even though this song has only been out for a couple of days. I've been playing around and just kind of like playing with that original chord progression that's the root of all of that, but adding in some personal flavor. And like I said, guys, super beginner friendly, really only 2 chord progressions. I don't even know if you can even count the verse as a chord progression because it's just a single chord, and then fairly simple strum patterns to go along with them. So, like I said, guys, a lot of this song, if you're doing a cover of it, is just personalization. Just make it your own and have fun jamming on it, because I can tell that's definitely what BTS did whenever they were writing this song, is just have a lot of fun with it. So, guys, I had a lot of fun learning this song. I hope you guys have a lot of fun learning as well, and I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll see y'all soon.